out before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain, my demon.
You know what's funny? Not only
are they racist, but they're straight.
Yeah!
Like, what? When did this happen?
A straight white male said something to me. Are you raping me right now? We're back again, going on the Tom Macdonald journey. We are now, I think, on episode 4. Today we're going to be listening to Helluvit, but before I get into that, fun fact, from what I saw, the balloons video, that scene where he was on the mountain was actually shot in the backyard with a green screen on the ground and Nova was on the roof shooting down. That's pretty sick. This is going to be the 4th song I'm listening to, but Balloons was my first, so technically it's my 4th. But this is the 3rd song in the journey of Tom Macdonald. So let's play it and stop bambling. Let's go.
Attention.
Oh! God damn! Was that the song? Oh, that was an advertisement. Wait, what's happening here? Start it over. All right, we're good now. You looking fresh as hell, bro. God damn.
They try to tell me I should dumb it down, say you're too conscious for the fans.
Okay.
Try to tell me I should calm it down. If you fight the system, they gon' try to kill you. They try to tell me that I'm too sad and it isn't healthy. I knew that. I'm just doing me, and if you don't agree and I don't owe you, then that is too bad.
All right. Son, if you don't go with the system, then they're gonna try to kill you. I mean, you know, that happens often. People are gonna tell you, bro, go with the flow. But if you're like, I don't go with the flow. I was born to go right. It's rebel with a cause. It's not a rebel just to be a rebel, right?
Shots at all the mumble rappers and they
Uh-oh.
kill you. They try to tell me that I'm too sad and it isn't healthy. I knew that. I'm just doing me, and if you don't agree and I don't owe you, then that is too bad. I fired shots at all the mumble rappers and they try to say I'm not a humble rapper. So I tell them I'm not like these other rappers and they try to say I'm just another rapper.
That was a so-so bar, but let's let him finish, right?
I guess there's no pleasing y'all. If the record has meaning, you don't leave it on. But you stream all the songs that repeat the same about Xanax and liquor and drugs. I could have a seizure like Wayne. I could just go.
Oh, there he goes, digging on him again. You hear a song with meaning and you, turn that shit off, bro. Nobody want to hear that. Let's listen to talking about drugs, talking about sex, talking about all the money that I have. But here's the thing. Here's what I have to say about that, right? It is like it's going to be a never-ending war, if you can call it that, right? Because as much as I like to listen to meaningful music, I do have music that I listen to that is meaningless, right? And some of the music I listen to at the gym is all hype and gangster stuff and speak about some of the things like drugs and weed and stuff like that, but it's more hype song to get, the pump. It's usually basically the beat that gets you hype, right? You don't really care about the lyrics when it comes to those things for the most part, unless you're listening to like 50 Cent and you're going like ham and he gives you that energy, or DMX, stuff like that. But if in my opinion, it's like when you mention things like people don't listen to the meaningful stuff and they just want to listen to the, obviously the audience that there's targets to go after, right? So the audience that doesn't want to listen to meaningful stuff, they're never going to listen to meaningful stuff because all they want to hear is the next hype song, what everyone else is listening to, and that's what they're going to go with. But for the people like, let's say me and maybe you who wants to have something meaningful, we let that song play. So we're always going to be there, but obviously our numbers are smaller, right? Because less people care about meaningful stuff, and the majority of people just, want to hear something hype and keep it moving. But let's continue.
Like Pete, I could just go crazy like Ye. I could just get, if the record has meaning, you don't leave it on. But you stream all the songs that repeat the same about Xanax and liquor and drugs. I could have a seizure like Wayne.
Oh.
I could just go OD like Pete. I could just go crazy like Ye. I could just get locked up like me. Repeat the same thing, use some stupid slang, yelling Gucci gang on every flame beat.
It's funny, if he did do that, he would be a lot bigger than he is now. Sad, right? But you choose the war you want to fight, and do you want to fight against yourself? No. So you do what he's doing. Well, you do what you do. And if it's against the grain, then you continue.
At least I can breathe, at least I can sleep, knowing that I never sold myself for money or a dream.
That's basically what I said.
This mumble lots, they got broke mouths, they got 10 chains, they got no house, they got 20 and got no spouse.
I think he said 20 kids and no spouse, or 20, I think he said 20 kids, right? Let's unpack this a little bit. A bunch of chains, no house. A lot of these guys, this is not just a dig on rappers, right? This is in general. You often see people with like a lot of flashy things, right? And from the outside, you assume that these things are purchased like cash or debit. But no, most of the times they're rented or leased or borrowed or things like that. But obviously from the outside, you think, oh, this person is doing really good for themselves. The house that they live in, wherever it is high end. Oh, wow, they bought that house? No, they rented it. They're leasing it. They're Airbnb-ing it. They're borrowing it. They're using it from someone else. This isn't for everyone, right? But for the majority of artists and people who do those kind of things, yeah, they're just doing it to show off to you so you can believe that they're living a life of luxury, which kind of technically they are, but they can't really afford it. But because you don't really care to look that deep, you just want to see the end result, then you think it's all good. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people get lost in life, especially like, let's say a regular person like me or someone younger than me, they get influenced by these guys and you think, crap, I'm working at this 9-to-5 job or whatever it is, and I'm only making this amount of money. I want to live like these guys. I can only spend like, if I spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes, Gucci shoes, then I only have like $50 left for the rest of the outfit. And you see that often, right? But you don't have to live that way. I mean, eventually, if you get a great career or whatever it is that you're doing, then you can afford to buy certain things if you can afford to buy it. But you shouldn't be putting what other people think about you per se, about what you're wearing in terms of designer over your own life, right? The other point was having multiple women, I guess, multiple babies and no spouse. I think that's what he said. If it's not, then I'm completely wrong here. But if it is, I'm going to make my point anyway. Because if you guys don't know already, I have a child. She is 8.5 months years old. God damn. She's 8.5 months old. And going through the experience of the pregnancy and being there when a girl was out of commission, she couldn't walk because the baby tore that thing up, boy. And I can't imagine having, for one, multiple of my babies out there. Like, how can I be present in their lives, right? It doesn't matter how much money I have. If I have 20 kids, I can't be 20 places at one time because I can guarantee you at least 4 of them at one time are going to need my presence, right? At least. I can't be 4 places at one time. It is a trend that is disgusting in my opinion, not just with rappers, but with people in general having multiple children out there and no spouse. Just have it with one person, because at the end of the day, who is going to be the person suffering? Not you. You can just walk away. Not the parent, not the mom. She can also just walk away, give him to an orphanage. The child is going to suffer. So when you bring a kid into this world, it is your responsibility to make sure that they have the best available to them, the best that you can provide. You don't do shooting and slinging in the clubs and just leave it and expect, well, that's not it is your responsibility. It's your DNA. Man up, woman up, and be a parent. I can't stand those people. How dare you leave your child? If you didn't want a kid, wear a condom. If you didn't want a kid with her, don't have sex with her. Bro, it's that simple. The kid suffers. Never have a child suffer. They didn't ask for this. So you brought them here to make them suffer. I'm going on too long, boy.
Knowing that I never sold myself a money or a dream. These rappers all coked out. They just mumble lies. They got broke mouths. They got 10 chains and got no house. They got 20 and got no spouse. Smart rappers don't drink lean. That's a kid. We ain't 16.
Nope.
You got a problem, I welcome it. Always doing me for the hell of it.
Yeah, I'm liking this so far. Again, not the craziest flow, right? But when you're getting real lyrics, that's what I like.
They said to go to hell, so I packed my and went with it. Little did they know that they put me in my element.
You know, it's funny. I'm not really religious, right? Just so you guys know. Whenever somebody tells me go to hell, I be like, cool. Because if I go to the other place, that guy just wants me to worship him all day. But hell is like, yo, what's up, dog? We just chilling, drinking, and effing bitches out here. I'm just playing, but you know, it's just a funny joke I like to tell. I'm sorry, I'm not a comedian, but sometimes I try.
To the bones now, diamonds in my skeleton.
Oh.
Finally in my zone, doing me for the hell of it. For the hell of it. To ignore the haters, you gon' get revenge when you're successful later.
Uh-huh.
Trying to tell me I should not respond and I should write a song and put it all on paper. They're trying to tell me I'm the bigger man if I'm not underhanded when I write them back. And I try to tell them it's impossible. Thousands of people a day have been saying I'm whack. I try to tell them that it's complicated. I can write a novel about getting faded, but the conscious fans are gonna hate it, and the wavy kids are gonna love to play it. So I write a song that's got a message in it, and the wavy kids are saying it's pathetic, but the conscious fans think it's awesome, man. They comment like, man, I really get it. So what?
You can't please everyone, whether you target an audience or, well, if you target an audience, you're leaving out, a certain section. Here's the thing. I would like to make an interesting point here. You know how he said the 16-year-old, the younger people will love the music that all the other mainstream artists are putting out, that they gobble up, the gangster stuff or the drugs, money, lean, all of that kind of stuff, which is, I guess, it's cool for them. That's what they want to listen to each his own, right? However, here's the thing about you, Mr. Tom Macdonald, that I like to mention about the other artists that I listen to that are meaningful and they write great songs, like Wretch 32, Dave. If you guys don't know Santan Dave, check him out. Get. And like Kano, they make meaningful songs, right? So what I want to say is, at 16, when I was listening to whoever I was listening to, like Soulja Boy and all of that stuff, that was what I was listening to, right? For the most part. And I had some deeper music, a lot of reggae. I realized that as I got older, I started listening to like Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, and other artists who were more mature and speaking like on realer issues, but those guys are long retired. So right now, your music may not be heard by the masses, right? But those younger generations, they're gonna grow up eventually, and who knows, they may find you and the other artists. Like I found more artists that like my uncles were listening to that I was like, that music is lame, bro. That's old people stuff. I love Dave Chappelle since I was a child. A lot of his jokes I didn't get, but every time I aged and got more experience, I was like, holy crap, this comedy skit that I watched just got that much better, right? Because I now understand the element that he's talking about. And it happened in music, movies, all of those kind of things. So as I grew up and developed, I was more in awe of what these people were trying to tell me back in the day. So that's my point there.
If y'all want, I could have a seizure like Wayne. I could just go OD like me. I could just go crazy like Ye. I could just
Lil Wayne had a seizure for all that lean.
I could just stay real like
The other guy, OD, Meek went to Dre.
Know that I always stay mean. So go ahead and bump the mumble rap. Don't boycott it, just understand. If you eat at McDonald's, you're gonna get mad. If you listen to garbage, your head fills with trash. Get drunk and follow your money, cause rabbits have told you what makes you somebody. Then comment on this with your Reddit. All we doing me for the hell of it.
Hey, hell of it. Another good one. Tom Macdonald. What's up with the rainbows? Is there a meaning for that? Hey, your outfit, the fit is dope though. Did Nova record this one? For the hell of it. For the hell of it, yeah. Yeah. Castles is my favorite song so far, by the way. I got anything else? Any Easter eggs in here? No? Did I miss anything? Tom Macdonald Helluvit. Do I like the song? Yes. Just talk about flow, beat, video. Flow was not the best flow that I've heard. If you guys hear Gets.
I got a new thing, preparing to make a part to setting apart. Never done my master, but I'm a part. Telling me to go and get the man and I'm
Loaded. Feel it. That's the guy I listen to a lot. So it's kind of unfair because that guy's flow is out of this damn world. But the flow was like an okay flow. The beat, pretty calm, chilling beat. The video, I really like the video. I mean, he's isolated by himself. And the fit was nice. The black guys had a great touch to it. Told the man to go to hell, and that's where he went. But he enjoyed it there. So, hey, who really lost, right? So that's my breakdown on those things. But let's get back to the meaning. I think I explained a lot of what I thought. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm just like a big fanboy or anything, because I'm not. Whenever I hear something garbage, I will say it. But these are things that I talk about on a daily basis. So when I hear someone else say it, it's just like co-signing what I already say for the most part. But then, like I said again, there's a battle that's going to be going on forever. There's like a lot of mumble rap and stuff like that. And I do get it, it's catchy, but it's like for me, I can't listen to it all the time. But for someone else, that's all they can listen to. And maybe meaningful music, it just doesn't vibe with them. So I can't really be upset with those people. So that was Tom Macdonald, Helluvit. I liked it. Not a crazy banger song, but the meaning there is what I like. And I guess the reason why people may not like him as much is because he's always talking about meaning and stuff like that. And I can see how some people would take it as corny. But if it is what the guy has always been, then it's just who he is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. To each his own, I guess. Song wasn't bad. I mean, the delivery was not the best that I've heard. Either way, great artist, great song here. Just let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. Hangover Gang, thank you guys for moving strong. Make sure you share it around to the other HO gang members. Huh, that sounds weird. Peace.